than 150,000 people have died of the coronavirus.
More have
this
likely
is
been
an
exposed.
emergency.
Declaring our entire city
for
a
15 days
virus
to help
hotspot.
stem the outbreak.
The most vicious threat this country has faced
of our
in my life.
nation's 63rd independence anniversary celebration, I gave an update on the measures put in by government in response to the novel coronavirus disease, which has so far affected some 118,000 people across the world, resulted in the deaths of some 4,000 persons, and is wreaking havoc on the global economy. WHO has now characterized it as a pandemic.
COVID-19 can be characterized as a pandemic.
Several countries in Europe, like Italy, where we have quite a large population of Ghanaians, have, as a result of the surge in infections, escalated dramatically their response to the outbreak.
The year 2020 has seen its fair share of major historic events. The rapid spread of the coronavirus pandemic has left countries struggling to respond to the rapidly spreading virus. Some countries, including Ghana, reacted quickly and closed their borders, banned social gatherings, closed their schools and enforced lockdowns to stop the influx of the novel COVID-19 virus.
All universities, senior high schools, and basic schools, i.e. public and private schools, will be closed Monday, 16th of March 2020, till further notice. Government will absorb the water bills for all Ghanaians for the next 3 months, i.e. April, May, and June.
After careful consultation and planning, the government of Ghana decided to reopen schools in a phased approach, allowing a section of Ghana students to return to school.
Like senior high schools, universities, and other tertiary institutions, all junior high schools across the country have been fumigated and disinfected.
It's a battle that has recruited soldiers from every part of the country. Fighting COVID-19 or in handling the pandemic, certain hygiene protocols are important for reducing the risk of individuals. And some of these protocols actually involve the use of hand sanitizers.
The president made a call to local industries, as it were, to find local solutions to the global pandemic. The McDan Group, through its subsidiary, as it were, took up the challenge of producing hand sanitizers and soaps
to be distributed to tertiary final year students, SHS final year students, and JHS final year students, and also the SHS good track students, for them to use in fighting or preventing the COVID virus.
Other items to be sent to the schools included paper towels and the popularly known Veronica Buckets, a safe hand washing mechanism.
The Veronica Buckets, which also go with the liquid soaps, is for communal use in the schools. So you need a combination of both the environmental preparation, which is the Veronica Buckets, and the individual one, which is the hand sanitizers. And over 2 million hand sanitizers have been supplied.
In terms of liquid soap, we have produced over 100,000 5-liter gallons.
Over 80,000 Veronica Bucket stands.
Almost 200,000 pieces of tissue papers across the country for these final years.
The items were distributed across the whole of Ghana in a 7-day period. Destinations closer to Accra were serviced by road transport. Whilst areas farther out were serviced by air.
The produce materials were flown to Wa, Tamale,
Takrady, Ho, Bolgatanga, Sunyani, Yendi, and various other places.
Upon reaching the regional centers, the items were distributed to smaller predetermined zones. From there, the items were sent to the districts and forwarded to the schools. Through the combined efforts of the McDan Group, the Ghana Police Service, and the Ghana Armed Forces, and with strong support from the Ministries of Health, Education and Information, the project was successfully completed.
They came to the warehouse during the distribution through phone calls. Any challenge we have, we contact them, and they've been so helpful and supportive during this project.
It's been a very smooth operation from the ministry level to the committee level to the task force level and even to the presidential level. For some suppliers, you have to get their items and arrange your own transport. But with McDan, it's more or less an end-to-end activity. Only few outfits or entities we dealt with could give you an end-to-end package where you get the items pre-financed, you get the items delivered ahead of schedule, transported to the point where you were, and giving feedback also on some of the challenges that were along the chain. So they've been quite helpful.
This initiative has gone a long way to provide security for teachers and students.
Government did well. It shows that government has the will and the foresight to create a safe environment for our students to learn without any interruption by this global pandemic.
Government stepping in to produce hand sanitizers for every single student going back to school was in the right direction.
It has really impacted on the life of these children to enable them carry on with their academic career so that their future will not be affected by this pandemic.
We want them to have a very peaceful state of mind that can ensure learning and delivery in terms of results.
You don't need any other evidence to know the government's commitment to fighting these virus and to ensure that the people are protected.
The president was the commander-in-chief of this exercise, and he sat in the chair and ensured that this is done successfully. If the commander-in-chief himself is on top of the job, I mean, who are we? We have to deliver.